evening, everybody, and welcome back to Verdane TV. Little Thursday night action as we kick off with the very first race, the debut show for the Multi-League Cup Series here for the Kansas 100. Great to have these guys signed on board here tonight. Showtime, Paul Strickland Jr. coming at you live from Kansas Speedway. And right next to me, my brother from up on the rock, Mike James. Mikey, how we doing tonight, brother?
Oh, dude, I'm super pumped, man. It's been a couple of weeks since we've done a couple of live shows here, and it's great to be here in Kansas for the big Kansas 100. Great to see all these new competitors in here. Man, oh man, what a full field of top-tier competitors tonight.
Literally a full field. We got about 43 drivers getting ready to take the green flag, as you can see them lined up there on pit road. Some beautiful new paint schemes that we're not familiar with, and bear with us as we kind of learn the names and the driving styles of all these drivers in here. Mike and I kind of going through earlier, trying to make sure we don't butcher everybody's name, but we'll definitely do our very best here at Verdane TV. But do want to let you know tonight's race brought to you in part by PRS Solutions Incorporated. Computer networking consulting, your one-stop shop for networking, rsigroup.net, or give Kim Quick a call, 561-252-6126. And also by PRS Solutions Incorporated, fully insured, quick and easy removal of VCT, laminate, wood, tile, and glue-down carpet. Give them a call at 813-732-6828. And as always, by Kong Beer Bong. Be the life of the party and make the good times better with the Kong Beer Bong. Order yourself one now at kong.twodrunk.net. Patented Paints, facebook.com/patentedpaints, or you can shoot them an email, patentedpaints@gmail.com. One of the painters for this league and does a fantastic job with a lot of the paint schemes you're going to be able to see throughout the night as we kind of sift through the field. And Verdane Marketing Solutions, LLC. You make the car go. Websites, hats, t-shirts, and other merchandise, you leave that to us. Check us out at Verdane.net. And as always, Verdane TV jumping at you, bringing all the action live right in front of your face. And we want to thank everybody for tuning in on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, all the different social media outlets here this evening. Getting ready to watch 100 laps at Kansas Speedway. Again, for the new new friend here of Verdane TV, the Multi-League Racing Group.
We like new friends here at Verdane TV, and I got a funny feeling tonight. This one's going to be wild here in the Tri-Oval, mile and a half. If you're tuning in, 17-degree banking here in Kansas. This is going to be exciting to watch. As man, I don't think I've seen 43 in a Verdane TV iRacing sim. So hopefully they can keep it all together here, and we don't see a lot of cautions. But it's going to be an interesting one for sure, Paul.
Watching these guys in practice, definitely got their laps in. They actually came into the evening thinking the setup was going to be a little bit on the loose side. Fixed setup here for these guys as the iRacing pace car makes that left-hand turn down pit road. We're getting ready to wait for that green flag. Waiting. Still waiting. There it is. Green flag in the air. We are racing live here at Kansas Speedway, and you'll be able to see now up on the very tippity top of your screen, following along with the live timing and scoring. It gets updated once we take the green flag, and you can follow along at home, Verdane.net/web timing. And there you can see James Lehman from the pole gets that whole shot. Fantastic start. Got a little bit of a cushion between he and that beautiful red, white, and blue Eagle car, the number 60. Jeff Merck diving on down low. He's going to try and take that lead.
Jeff Merck on that start there stepped out and wanted to take control, decided to step back in, but now your new leader. But this is wild as you see him down on the bottom here, taking up as much of this track as possible as we get close to almost 3 wide for the lead here at the 46, and as well as the 05 of James Lehman there. Now, side-by-side drag racing, that is Scott Patton on the inside, dropping to the bottom now. He's going to contend for the lead as he gets his nose in front of that Jeff Merck 60 car. Wow, what a way to get things going here in lap number 2.
I'm going to take a line right out of your book, Mikey. Oh, baby, how about the racing here at Kansas? Lap number 3 in the books. Lap number 2 in the books. Working lap number 3. Great racing throughout the top couple of cars so far. And taking a look down at the bottom of the racetrack, there's no yellow line. There's no double yellow. There's no out of bounds here. So these guys using the apron, using the wall. They're using the grass, passing every which way that they possibly can to try and get themselves up to the front.
Ooh, close quarters there now for P4 as they get all bent out of shape as they go side by side. Picking up a spot there, I believe that's Andrew Schulta as he comes up through the 81. That is Andrew Schulte now as he gets past Bob Eldred in the 31. But lots of movement going on the front pack here as we see quite a bit of separation now throughout the field. Going all the way back to P16. P16 now 3 seconds back. That's Ken Richardson. So we've got several different packs of groups already started here after 4 laps completed. 5, my apologies, as we cross the start-finish line. 5 laps completed as it's spread all the way around this 1.5-mile tri-oval here in Kansas. 43 cars, brother. This is going to be wild as they keep it going here. No cautions here in the first 5 laps.
Clean and green is the way to be, and pretty cool to see these guys racing all over this racetrack. Holy moly. Going to be tough to keep up. There you can see a Miller Genuine draft car. Already my favorite car. I think that's Jeff Gilmore there in the 57 car. He's trying to get up beside those couple of cars in front of him. Brad Ream and Eric Talent trying to get up and get himself into the top 20. The 077 behind him, a Jack Watts. And you can see that these guys just all over the place right now. Great racing throughout the entire track.
Kind of want to check in with the 38 machine of Christopher Davis, Wesley Holland, very close quarters there as they get it going here. Lots of battles throughout this whole track as we check in throughout this whole field, man. My timing sheet, I don't think I've ever seen my timing sheet actually have to scroll all the way to the bottom. So big pack here. We do have 2 cars not checking in with us. Kerry Cleaver, the 306 is now completed. He is out of the server. And Sean Turner, the 36, he was down a couple of laps, and now he is completed off the server. Kerry Cleaver just jumping back in. I think he may have some internet issues.
One of the negative points of running the iRacing service bases yourself and your almost your performance on your internet connection, but pretty cool to see all these guys jumping in on a Thursday night on the iRacing simulator. This is something you wanted to do at home. You can absolutely check it out, iRacing.com. It'll cost you about $12 a month, and it comes with a whole host of different racetracks and vehicle combinations, and obviously there's additional add-ons that you can pick up for additional costs per track, but definitely makes the evening go by pretty quick. And these guys, 3 leagues combine to make the multi-league racing group. That's going to be the Krankenstein Championship Racing, Fastline Racing League, and Revved Up Racing League. And these guys race 7 nights a week. And man, oh man, we're excited to have them here on Thursday night, and hopefully we can kind of dip into some of that racing action. I might even hook up the steering wheel here, Mikey, and try and get out on track with these guys.
I'm all about it. I'll stay in the booth here and make fun of you, but
just like everybody else.
I kind of like the 3-league tier, racing 7 days a week. Not everybody can race certain nights of the week because of their busy schedules. I run the Eastbound Series up here, NASCAR home track up here in the Rock, and sometimes it's difficult. You try the Tuesday nights and you just can't get everybody. But this concept of 7 days a week, it's pretty cool. But we have caution here on lap number 10 as we got a car around. That's going to bring out the yellow, and we're going to see our first replay. I'm used to saying from our good friend Paul, but you're doing color commentary with myself tonight, so I guess I don't have to introduce you.
I've been here all night. Going to take a look at the Kong Beer Bong instant replay for the very first time this evening. And it looks like it was one of our leaders, the 46 car of Scott Patton, finding himself going in the wrong direction. And a matter of fact, it was. Looks like a little bit of contact between he and the red, white, and blue Eagle car that we saw behind him. We'll give it to you live here. And you can see right on the back bumper, the 60 car comes up, just grabs that corner panel barely, sends him on around. But luckily, the roof flaps and the hood flaps come on up and doesn't flip that car over. You can see the Bedane TV logo there on the quarter panel. We appreciate the shout out there, but tough break for the 46 car. He doesn't hit anything, doesn't lose a lap or any of that. So gonna have to come down pit road, grab some tires and maybe a cold beverage, and he'll be back out on track. Gonna have to come back from the back of the field though, so that's gonna be a tough row to hoe as the iRacing pace car coming out back here, and it's actually gonna hand the lead over to Keith Haney. First time we've mentioned his name tonight in the 87 car.
I like cold beverages.
As do I.
A little Budweiser or a Busch, as we see a lot of the cars now taking a peek down pit road. There's going to be a lot of activity right now, but it's a good time to say hello to some of our sponsors tuning in tonight to make things happen. The RSI Group, Computer Network Solutions, one-stop shop for networking. The PRS Solutions Inc., fully insured, quick and easy removal of VCT, laminate wood, tile, and glue down carpets. Give them a call, 1-813-732-6828, and as well as our good friends, Kong Beer Bong. Life of the party. I think we got a party on the go here tonight, Paul.
Oh, yes, sir. Absolutely partying up with the Multi-League Racing Group. And these guys like their cold
By the time we get
beverages.
to lap 50, it'll be, yeehaw!
Absolutely. Patented Paints, one of the painters for a lot of the paint schemes you're seeing out here, and responsible for the window banners that they get on top of the cars, Multi-League, and shows where they're racing, so pretty cool to see that. Verdane Marketing Solutions, LLC, we do paint schemes. We don't do paint schemes, we do websites. We do websites, we do merchandise, we do all sorts of cool stuff, so you can concentrate on making the car go. We'll concentrate on everything else, and give us a shout, Verdane.net, and as always, us right here at Verdane TV. And man, oh man, great racing here so far at Kansas. 12 laps of green flag racing, a little bit of an incident between our leaders, but great racing so far. A couple of drivers actually electing to stay out there. James 00 Brown up in the front position. He's going to lead a lap, and that's actually worth a bonus point here in the Multi-League Racing League. Every time you lead a lap, or every lap leader gets a bonus point, but you don't get no bonus points for leading the most.
So the James 00 Brown, is that like a British special agent James Brown? Like,
I don't know. It's a 00 Brown. He's got the license to race.
I like it. James 00 Brown.
Jeff Merck on the outside of him. Good looking over the top paint scheme. Red, white, and blue. Kind of a grungy look to the flag, and a eagle on front. Pretty cool to see that. The 87 of Keith Haney. He came down, got 4 tires, it looks like. Andrew Schulte, James Lehman in the 05 running 5th. John Pansula running 6th. That is a character there in the 01. We'll have to see if we can get you hooked up with TeamSpeak so we can hang out with these guys. Running the Feel Good 01 machine. John was very entertaining pre-race here throughout practice. Daniel Ferguson, Michael Milfelt Jr. We'll go with that for right now in the 123. There you can see him in the Jegs ride up on the high side. He's running 7th. Daniel Ferguson, 25 car, running 8th. Kyle Chadwick in the 9th position, and Vern Markheim running.
Give me all 43 of them, Paul. Come on,
Oh,
go. All 43.
It took me half a lap to get through the top 10. 3 wide for the lead. Here we go. Oh, baby. Woo! We're hanging out way too much here. Come on now. Keith Haney getting out with the lead. Jeff Merck and James Lehman side by side behind him. Look at this Hornets net behind him, Mikey. Tangling situations all over the place. The 3rd rock car holding on to the lead. The 60 trying to get a piece of it. Kind of following in his tire tracks. But that 87 car absolutely doing some great driving with the mirror. 3 wide for second. Almost 4 wide. Whew, lap 14.
Haney kind of just had a little bit of opened up the door as the rest of the troops came through. Here's the 81 of Andrew Schulte to the top. 87 of Haney trying to hang on, but he's not going to be able to hold it as the 60 of Jeff Merck now has come by pressure as he drops to the bottom here. They're going to go toe-to-toe for this position P2, but keep an eye on James Lehman back there. He is hungry for the hunt here. Could make it 3 wide.
Doing his homework right now, side by side for second. He's right in the middle behind those guys, trying to make it 3 wide. Going to peek his nose in the middle, think better of it. Falling the tire tracks behind that number 60. And oh, by the way, Daniel Ferguson, the 25 Aflac car, he's there, and he's got Aflac on the car, so he knows all he's got to do is race hard. If he gets hurt at work, he can claim up on Aflac.
I'm loving the duck at the beginning of that first quarter panel there. I think on my next race car, I'm going to put an animal back there.
There you
Maybe
go.
a grizzly bear.
I'll put a picture of Mikey on my quarter panel. Moving on back just a little bit. There's the former leader. We actually saw him spin around, and he was towards the back. Came down 4 fresh tires. Scott Patton back up in the 6th position in the Stone River number 46. Doing a great recovery there, moving himself from the back of the pack all the way up to the 6th position.
Well, in the top, let me see here. We only had 2 that did not report to pit road in our top 30, and that is James 00 Brown, as well as John, I believe John Pensula.
Pensula.
I think I just butchered his name. John Pensula in the 0-1, as well as James O'Brown, both not reporting to pit road on that last pit stop. Obviously, those 4 fresh Goodyears for the rest of the field has made a huge difference right now. As we take a peek at the 81 of Andrew Schulte, he's holding on with the 87 of Keith Hammy on full attack here. Different variations, looking for grip here, but it's amazing to watch how many different lines these guys are throwing down. Whether they're testing out and trying to find a little extra grip here, but some different driving strategies here at the big tri-oval here in Kansas. 17-degree progressive corners here. A little bit of banking on the backstretch, but some wild racing here at the early parts as we complete 19 laps going into lap number 20.
Yeah, Mike, we're trying to get sifted through the field here, take a look at where everybody else is racing, but man, oh man, the racing up front is absolutely fantastic. Still side by side for the lead. Jeff Merck in the 60 machine has a little bit of an advantage. Going to try and slide up in front of that 81 car, but not quite enough room as the 81 of Schulte gets a monster run on that outside line. He's got the 05 of Lehman right behind him as well.
A lot of battles throughout this whole field, like going through the field here. Position 15, Russell Arnold, Cam Richardson's going at it back there, as well as throughout this whole field. There is a lot of two-wide action going on right now, but this battle for the lead right now is definitely brewing right now as Jeff Merck and Andrew Schulte get at it. Merck now with the advantage takes over the lead just for a brief moment here, but Andrew Schulte coming back to the top side as we take a peek at the 57 machine. And the 25, that is the 25, that is Daniel Ferguson. That's for P8. Oh, caution.
Caution flag once again. We'll take a peek and see what happened here. A couple of cars off the pace towards the back of the pack. Looks like the 8 SpaceX machine might very well be involved. The 36 appears to be slow. That's, a Bud Light car. That's another favorite. We'll back this up, the Kong Beer Bong instant replay, and find out exactly what went down to bring out the caution. And there you can see, as I'm rewinding here, we can see a multi-car incident, it appears. Waiting to get the tapes all rewound here to show you what went down. And we got to love technology. When it wants to work, it works. And when it doesn't want to work, well, it doesn't.
Calamity.
All sorts of calamity. But one of the things to point out here with the Multi-League Racing Group, they get one quick repair that you see in the NASCAR series, the NASCAR E-Series on Fox, and that's a pretty cool little deal. And they're able to come down pit road as many times as they want. There's no tire limit or anything like that. They get 2 green, white checkered attempts, and they don't clear any black flags ever, period, which is actually how it's written in the rule book. So pretty cool to see that. But we do have the replay queued up here. Focus in on that 556 car, the Intel machine, Intel inside for sure. Little smoke in front there. You can see the 20 and that black and green car get into contact. Ooh, big hit on the inside. Save for barrier there for the 556 of Bill Paradise, and you can see the 63 is involved as well. Bud Light machine a little slow off the pace. The 4 car gets through just barely. Kent Connolly and the 088. There you can see big damage for the 20 DeWalt machine of Calvin Miller. We'll back it up one more time, take a quick peek at what happened there. You can see the couple of drivers going for the same piece of real estate up on the outside line, and man, just clobbers. That's the word I'm looking for. Clobbers the outside wall.
Spanks.
Spanked it.
Spank. Hey, back in the day, that was my company's name, Spank Motorsports.
Yeah, run it. I could support that.
It was a hand. The logo was a hand with Spank going across, and in all the radio ads, it was a spank on a lady's butt.
Absolutely supported as I got my microphone plugged back in. So under caution here for the second time here, the very first race for the Multi-League Racing Group joining us here on Verdane TV. Pit stops came down and went away. 4 tires for pretty much everybody. The 21 car of Kim Quick looks like he took 2 tires and moved himself up into the 6th position. And Jeff Merck coming out with the lead. Andrew Schulte 2nd, James Lehman 3rd. Keith Haney 4th and Scott Patton 5th. And man, oh man, still 30, let's see, what do we got? 39 drivers still in this race. 37 of them still on the lead lap. Great field here throughout the racetrack here at Kansas. And pretty cool little deal with the incident points in iRacing. Every time you touch the wall or another car or go off the grass, spin out, you get what's called an incident point. And they definitely add up. If you scrape the wall a little bit, sometimes it's 2. If you hit another car, sometimes it's 4. It all depends on how severe the wreck is. But on anything over 3/4 of a mile, if you get 13 incident points, it's a drive-through penalty. You have to come down pit lane under green. And if you get up to 17, it's a disqualification. You get removed from the race. So it's one of those deals where a lot of times on Verdane TV, we'll see these guys, or we'll see some drivers that are just having an off night, and you see they bring out multiple yellow flags and multiple cautions. Not here, not tonight, not on Thursdays here in the multi-league racing group. If you get up to 17 incident points, you're out of here. You got to go back to the trailer and watch here live on Verdane TV.
Well, that's 25%, 25 laps, quarter of the way, whatever way you want to slice it. We are almost there. Definitely, we've seen twice now a little bit of pit strategy here. Not sure how many tires the boys got in the pits here tonight here for Kansas, but quite a few of them taking in two big sets of Goodyears here.
Yeah, everybody coming down for the most part getting 4 tires. I do know they are running 60% fuel loads. And that's, we were talking to some of the drivers before the race. It's anywhere between 32 and 35 laps, depending on the draft and how hard you're hitting that throttle. So definitely could be a factor. And I think that's why we're seeing a lot of these drivers come down pit road, even though we've only had 2 quick cautions here in the first quarter of this race. But there you can see the iRacing pace car going to come down to the infield, and we are green flag racing once again. Everybody's shooting down to that apron, trying to take advantage of the guy in front of them. But the 60 pretty much leading the field right now. Jeff Merck has a great restart. They're side by side for second.
Merck really was the follow the leader on the bottom there. Has brought him all the way down to the apron there. But great restart for Jeff Merck in the 60 as we look at James Lehman in the 05 and Andrew Schulte going at it. But look at this, the 46 wants to come up and play. That's get wild back there for P3.
Three-way dance for third place. That 46 car knows exactly what that clean air feels like on the nose. He wants to feel that one more time. He had a little bit of an incident here earlier on that first caution. Got spun around, got a little bit of contact there, but great recovery. Didn't hit anything. Got a couple of tires on that machine, and he has moved himself back up to the top 5. So great run for the 46 car. Behind him, there you can see the the 88 of Air Jordan machine of Kyle Chadwick holding on to the 6th position. He's got a mirror full, though, of that 57 car, and they're 3 wide, way behind them, 3 wide for the lead. Holy moly, the racing is fantastic here tonight.
Yeah, it's getting spicy up on the front row as Jeff Merck tries to hold back James Lehman and Schulte. Haney, Patton, they're all bunching up. We got 2 packs hard charging now, but we got caution back here on lap number 28. So cautions, breeding cautions. As we take a peek, mid-pack here, that's the 9 as well involved.
9 and the 38 looking like they're involved here. So we'll pull up the Kong Beer Bong instant replay and find out what went down. Looks like a little bit of contact here entering the corner. And we'll give it to you live here as we saw it. And you can see we're going to focus on that 38. There's the 01 going down. It looks like the 38, the Tim Hortons car. How about that? Tim Hortons car gets a little bit of a bump ski. And, oh, there's a big shot there from the 9. The 20's involved again. Lots of damage on that 20 car, so that's a tough break for him. But the Tim Hortons machine, that double-double got squished.
Yeah, you got to love the Tim Hortons. I was actually talking about that. That's the big Canadian craze for coffee up here. We were just talking to my good friends at Napa. He fired some guy today because he was in a Tim Hortons lineup for 20 minutes for a cup of tea. So unbelievable how much people love Tim Hortons. Not me, but that's I don't know if it's going to expose down in the United States. Dunkin' Donuts got a big handle down south.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Dunkin' Donuts myself, and heck, sometimes I even wake up early enough to make my own coffee. which is pretty fantastic. But man, we got
You can make coffee?
sometimes water, coffee, a little bit of heat, perfect.
I know you can barbecue.
Oh yeah, real good at barbecuing. It shows.
When I was living in Atlanta and Chicago and stuff, my favorite was always Krispy Kreme. See that light on. It always amazed me when you're in traffic. Always flicks on that they got fresh hot donuts, and then you see all the people cutting over lanes trying to get into Krispy Kreme, but nobody at Krispy Kreme. Light comes on, place is packed. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, we had a couple of Krispy Kremes open up a few years back here. They were the hot commodity for about 3 weeks, and well, then they all went out of business because everybody figured out they could just go to Dunkin' Donuts, get a donut, and throw it in the microwave. Then it's almost like it's hot and fresh, but not quite.
The microwave Dunkin' Donut, I like it.
Taking a look at a little bit of pit strategy here. Looking like the top 13, 14 drivers stayed out this time. Everybody else coming down pit road, grabbing some tires and topping off the racing, topping off of the Sunoco race fuel. And there you can see Jeff Merck, the first driver to come off pit road this caution, all the way back in 14th. So he's led about 10 laps today. There you can see it on your screen. And started in the third position, so he's having a great night here so far here tonight. But Andrew Schulte, the 81 car, electing to stay out in that Camping World ride. He's going to take over the lead. He's going to take us off to the green flag here once we get going.
Couple of different strategies on pit road here tonight. The 12th and 13th position, John Pansula and James Haney, 55, only reporting to pit road once, while the rest of the field pretty much 2 to 3 times. Another competitor, James Double O Brown, who's in P8, has only reported once as well. So saving some energy down at pit road. Is there any way we can find out how many sets of tires they're going to have here tonight?
Yeah, I believe we could find that out. See if we can take a quick peek here over on the old Facebook page. You can actually check these guys out. Multi-League Racing Group. Nope, that's a group. Private group. You can't come. But
shut down.
Shut down. See, we got
not
so seeing anything about
maybe these guys are holding on. James, sees 3 drivers out of that full field, only reporting once. So obviously a little bit of strategy coming in here tonight. We're 1/3, almost 1/3 of the way, 31 laps completed here at Kansas City. You're just tuning in. It's the big night, Kansas City 100. It is the unveiling of the Dane TV to this brand new league for us. Great to be here. Mike James calling from Eastbound International all the way up here on the Rock. And if you don't know where the Rock is, it's Newfoundland, Labrador, up by Santa Claus in the North Pole in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Check it out. It's bitterly cold up here.
A little bit warmer here in Connecticut.
But we got beer. Lots and lots of beer.
Ice cold beer. And got to give a shout out to the guys watching over in YouTube and Facebook. Unlimited Tires here tonight, thanks to Jay Smoke and Scott Patton. Scott, you're supposed to be driving the car. What are you doing watching us on YouTube?
That's awesome, man. He's doing a great job in that. Scott Patton has been dominant throughout this whole race. He had that incident earlier on, so obviously he's tuning in and listening to our yammering going on back here. But the Stone River 46 machine doing a fab job in P3 on row number 2. He's got the Jordan machine on the outside, so we'll see. Seen a lot of that 88 to the front here. He almost got close to the P5, but we'll see what he has on the outside as he gets set to go. Lights are out. Paul, we're going back to action, and these guys know how to get it going here. Lap 32. Let's get it going.
Let's watch this from the chopper. Just watch the different racing lines right off the rip here. Green flag. 81 gets the whole shot. Andrew Schulte getting the jump just a little bit. Single file for the first 3, 4, 5 cars now. But man, oh man, it's
look at the blocks.
Yeah, lots of blocks throughout. And well, it looks like this time everybody's going to get single file real quick here. So
Haney was definitely driving with the rear view, or a spotter was telling him where to go as he tried to block the run from the 46 machine. And Scott Patton did a wonderful job, but now we're having a peak here at the 5, the 21, and the 117 as they go battle for that P5, P4 range. But look at this. What a mob of cars coming up through mid-pack, man. 3
by the 117. That's the black, the Budweiser Black Crown car of
4
Mike Herder.
Stick it together.
Mike Herder hold them off there in the 117. Man, these guys, A lot of alcohol sponsors here throughout the night. Obviously, Vidane TV always reminds you to drink responsibly, but definitely got to check out the Kong Beer Bong. And I think this crowd is definitely one of those that would want to sweeten up the party a little bit. Look at this! Look at this Hornets nest coming across the line. There's about 12 cars going for the 8th or 7th or 8th position. So great racing here at Kansas.
I'm really impressed with the respect level between these drivers. These guys can really get in close 3 wide as they, really tuck in there and open up a different line here as they get pretty close here as we take a peek at the 21 and 31. Man, a lot of respect here in this mob of cars.
And that's one of the things you'll get when you race 7 nights a week with the same drivers throughout the field and all the different combinations and racetracks and different cars that you get in the iRacing service. These guys know how they're going to react, how everybody else is going to react. A little bit of a wiggle there from Lehman in the 05, but he holds on to it. And man, those fresher tires. Here comes the 60 car moving his way up, running in the 11th spot right now. Jeff Merck trying to get back up towards the front, and it's going to be interesting. If we get a long green flag run here at Kansas, we might see some green flag pit stops through some of these guys that did not come down this last caution flag.
Well, plenty of action here. Like we said, we had a peek there at the 31. Bob Eldridge kind of blocked that run of Kim Quick, one of our sponsors here tonight in the 21, doing double duty here tonight, sponsoring the show and also doing a fab job here as she now holds the top with the 95 coming through. Man, oh man, representing the ladies tonight. Give it up for Kim Quick here tonight, hitting 174 miles an hour in that flash mob of cars here in the 21.
Well, he might be representing the ladies, but Kim's a guy.
Oh, well, sorry, Kim.
Hey, things happen. We're doing it live. Oh, look at that. You brought the caution out.
This caution's been brought to you by Kim Quick.
306 car Kerry Cleaver pointed in the wrong direction gives us an opportunity to check out that Kong Beer Bong instant replay. And if you haven't gotten yourself a Kong Beer Bong, you need to. It's a insulated can holder cooler thing. It's got a funnel on the bottom of it. You dump the beer in, and it makes a lot of beer go bye-bye real quick. Make yourself the life of the party. And I've actually got 2 of them now, and I got to bring them up to the racetrack, and lots of fun. But let's take a peek here at this Kong Beer Bong instant replay. Going to focus in on the 306 Autism Awareness car. Looks like a little bit of contact as they came out of the trial with the 22 car. Getting into the quarter panel just a little bit. Spins them around. Good news is, didn't hit anything. Lit those tires up and grabbed the gear. Got rolling once again. The 306 car going to have to restart towards the back of the pack. Looks like he's going to be the last driver on the lead lap in 36th. 36 drivers still on the lead lap here as we approach halfway. How about that, Mikey?
It's a giddy up, man, and it goes to show these guys really keeping it close here. There's no one really running away with it. Lots of activity. Pretty much everybody right now. No one's going to try to sneak down and try to take the lead here as the whole field comes down pit road. Man, oh, there is one that stayed out. Who is that? A couple of drivers have decided to do the wave round, maybe down a couple of laps as we take a peek here. But pretty much all the top 30 have head down pit road.
There you can see the speed shot at the exit of pit road there. Everybody coming down except for the pace car, the only driver not coming down to take tires. And it actually looks like James Brown. Nope, he's down on pit road as well. But that may have been, those were the lap down cars, looks like. So they're going to come down next time by and get service to their machines. But there you can see the race off of pit road. Not even going to try and keep up with that. Everybody came down, everybody came back up. We'll let them do a lap, and we'll let timing and scoring sort things out. But gives us an opportunity, again, to thank the sponsors here this evening, because obviously this doesn't get done alone there. PRS Solutions Incorporated, quick and easy removal of VCT, laminate, wood, tile, glue down carpet, and more. Give those guys a shout, 813-732-6828. And also Kong Beer Bong. We talked about them a couple of times here this evening. Be the life of the party and check them out. Kong.2drunk.net. Order yourself up a Kong Beer Bong and be the life of the party. Patented Paint Schemes. A lot of beautiful paint schemes brought to you here tonight by Patented Paints. You can check them out on Facebook, facebook.com/patentedpaints, or shoot them an email, patentedpaints@gmail.com. Vidane Marketing Solutions, LLC. We do websites, merchandise, designs, all sorts of stuff. Give us a shout. We could probably make it happen. That way you can concentrate on making your race car run. Vidane Marketing Solutions, LLC, and Vidane TV. That's us, and you're watching us right now, and we appreciate everybody tuning in on Facebook and YouTube. Do us a favor, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and give us a share. Let your friends know that you're watching iRacing here tonight, because our goal here at Vidane TV is to entertain the masses, and we always do it live. And Kim Quick, we talked about him earlier on tonight, the RSI Group, networking engineer, one-stop shop for computer networking, and the best thing about networking, Mikey, you can do it anywhere. That's kind of the point. Check him out at rsigroup.net. Give him a call, 561-252-6126.
Kim Quick, I am so sorry.
I'm sure he'll be all right. You just got to order him a beer.
I was trying to pick her up. Well, we got a new leader, Keith Haney in the 87. It's got Patton on the outside of row number 1. Kyle Chadwick will start on the inside of row number 2. He'll have Eric Talent to the outside. Lots of talent in that number 5. Andrew Schulte on the inside of row number 3. James Lehman to the outside. And then the 117 of Mike Erder will be on the inside of row 4 with Jeff Merck to the outside. Charles Widener in row number 5 with Bob Eldred. That's your top 10 here on lap number 42 as we get things going almost to the halfway point here, Paul. Man, what a night here. We're going to have to set up one of those virtual tip jars so we can get a few tips here.
Absolutely. And the 63 car, Gary Wobolt, he's going to be the free pass car in the number 63, going to be the last car on the lead lap. 38 cars on the lead lap, one driver 2 laps down. That's going to be David Schreck in the number 9, and 2 drivers no longer in the race. The 84 of Ted Quinzel and the 556 of Bill Paradis, as we saw him get into a little bit of an incident earlier on, but no incidents up front. Take a look at that 46 car stop. Scott Patton, after that pit stop, he's running P2.
Did you just call Bill Paradise Paradis?
I did. There's a Paradis Pools here in Connecticut, and I always look at it. And what are those?
Bill
deals?
Paradise.
Paradise.
I like that. I like that last name.
John Smithereens over on YouTube saying Scott Patton, he's a steely-eyed missile man. So here he comes. He's going to restart on the second row or the first row. Steely-eyed missile man. I dig it.
I dig it. It's going to get wild here as we get to lap number 43, and they all jumble up here for a big launch here on the restarts. 4 fresh Goodyears in a lot of these cars. As we take a peek at the 81 and the 88 going at it, that's Andrew Schulte, and that is going to be for P2. Chadwick holding on to the top here. But look at that 46, the missile. What they call him? The Steely Dan, Scott Patton.
Close enough. Steely-eyed missile man. That's a T-shirt if I ever
Steely Dan.
If I ever did hear one. Speaking of which,
Vidane.shop,
if you want to show everybody you watch Vidane TV, we got hats, we got hoodies, we got T-shirts, all sorts of stuff. Vidane.shop. We got the Vidane TV logo, the Renner Race Car brand, the Angry Tree Guy brand. We got some Tangley shirts in there, some Muda Light shirts, and 10% off. Use the code Tangley. Don't ask us how to spell it. We don't know.
Yeah, and for those out there,
look at the logo from the 46.
Up here in Newfoundland, it's kind of an Irish background. 30,000 of us came over here in 1731, and we're the only ones that stay here because it's bloody cold. So we kind of have our own dialect. But Tangley means pretty wild ride here, and we might see a lot of that as they tangle up with each other. But,
46 getting
check
a little
it
bit
out.
tangly there, getting it corrected there. He holds on to the 3rd spot, trying to get up to the back bumper of the 05 of James Lehman. He's right there, but man, the different lines and the different racing strategies we're seeing throughout this field as we're 4 laps from halfway.
Yeah, look at that P5 battle back there as Schulte and Merck go at it. This is starting to brew as we get close to the halfway mark. 4 to go here to the lap number 50. Paul, are they going to have a playoffs this year?
They are, in fact, going to have a playoffs. Is going through the. They've actually got 5 drop weeks before they get into the playoffs. So basically, what that means is their 5 worst races they can drop right off. You can see the 306 car coming down pit road. Looks like he had a little bit of a situation there. But 5 drop weeks here for these guys before the playoffs, if I read that correctly. So pretty tight points battle getting into that once we get there. These guys racing every single Thursday night up until October, and you can check out we'll have the schedule updated at Verdane.net soon. Been a busy week here at Verdane. We spent the weekend over at the racetrack, Stafford Motor Speedway, opening night, hooking up with our rent-a-race car friends and working on the street stocks. Great cars all the way throughout. We had 4 street stocks and a late model out there, and oh man, what a blast! Lots of fun there, and lots of fun up front. These top 6 drivers, they're all over each other, but they're doing it respectfully. These guys race with each other 6-7 nights a week. There you can see a little bit of a bump from the 81, trying to get a little bit of a push. Whoa, that's a big
hang on
push.
to it. Schulte and Chadwick getting a little friendly there, and a little scrubski off the back bumper there. But that's going to upset the balance of the 81 and open up the door there as the 81 comes back to P7. Eric Talent and Jeff Merck and Chadwick coming up through.
Eric Talent in the 5 car. Haven't mentioned his name too many times here tonight, but he's running in the top 6. There you see him in the 6th position, putting the talent in talent with that 5 car. That was lame. I'll throw $1 in the jar for that one. But doing a great job in that 5 car. P6 getting attacked on the outside by the 81 Schulte. Doing an awesome job as well, holding on to that top 10 throughout the evening.
And another car we haven't talked a lot about is that 117 of Mike Erta. He's doing a fab job in P8, and Charles Widener in the 95, and look at that, in P10 there, Wesley Holland in the 41, as the 33 tries to come into the picture. That's Vernon Margom. So we are officially halfway. I kind of like at the halfway point here, Paul, is to really show the fans back at home the different camera looks and how cool it is here in the iRacing Sim. I think it's time for a little Verdane TV, crank it up, and really turn up the volumes here on the sets.
Oh, I like your style. We'll definitely do that to get everything situated here for the Crank It Up action, brought to you by Eastbound Park.
Kill him quick.
My most favorite sounds is the sound of a race car, even though it's simulated. iRacing does a fantastic job getting everything as lifelike as humanly possible, and we definitely appreciate everything iRacing has done for us. They're still working on the sim too, scanning tracks in all the time, different vehicles, different tracks, all sorts of cool stuff. And if you wanted to check it out for yourself, iRacing.com, like we made mention, costs about $12 a month, and you can get out there and go racing. And you can jump in with these guys. These guys, I don't know if they're recruiting right now, but between the 3 leagues that make up the multi-league racing group, I can definitely assure you there's some kind of racing going on. As we made mention, they race 7 times a week, and a lot of these drivers are watching the race and chatting while they're driving, which is pretty cool. Jay Smoke, one of the drivers usually in the field, not able to run here tonight, but Scott Patton, we talked to him, letting us know we had unlimited tires, and John Smithereens is out, a couple of drivers out there. Nuno is another driver. I think it was John Smithereens. He's in the field, possibly. We'll have to double check.
He must be doing voice to text on the Facebook chat, but we have a peak right now, the 46 of Scott Patton, who's in total control of this, but Jeff Merck is not letting him away with too much real estate here as he continues to stay within reach here on the 46. But during the Crank It Up session, we had a really nice peek of Keith Haney battling with James Lehman in the 05, but Caution will come out here on lap number 56 as we look at the calamity at the backstretch here, and that's going to bring us back. A bit of Kong Beer Bong action replay. Take us back, Paul.
Backing up the old replay, looks like a little bit of airborne action here for the 41 car of Wesley Holland. Tough break for him. Wesley Holland, that's who it was. He was in here chatting with us. He was rooting for himself in the YouTube chat. You can't text and race. This is what happens. But we'll take a look at the Cog Beer Bong instant replay. We kid because we care. But here's the 41 side by side with the 117, all the way up by that outside wall, and everything looks good so far. Comes into the corner, everything's good. 117 kind of comes up. Spotter didn't let him know he was there, and you can see the 41 grabs the wall, almost has that thing saved. You can see hard on the brakes, gets it straight, doesn't quite get it stopped enough, and unfortunately gets run over from the back. Holy moly cannoli, that was a big hit. And Mike, you know the rules. Every time somebody leaves the ground here on Verdane TV, got to do a cockpit view. So we'll back this up one more time. We're going to watch that whole wreck unfold again. Here you can see the 117 up, boop. Gets him a little bit of a boop, and look at the steering input from Holland as he tries to get that thing straightened out, and then wham, and then wham again, upside down. Ground, sky, fence, pavement. All right, we're stopped, but the motor's broken.
Stuck the landing.
I give him an 8 out of 10 for style, maybe a 7 for landing.
You just threw the word cannoli in there.
Yeah, I am a little bit hungry. I haven't had dinner yet.
I love cannolis. They make me hungry over here. Paul, a lot of these guys from all over the United States. Maybe we'll check in with some of our fans on the social feed. Let us know where you're watching from and cheering for. It's always nice to see where everybody's. You were saying earlier a lot of these guys are from down south, but pepper throughout. We also call the Fatheads Cup Series, and those guys are from all over North America, and also Tim's Corner Motorsports Series that we also call. That's another league that has guys from all over Canada, U.S., and so it's kind of cool to find out where everybody's from. So give us a holler. Let us know here on the Facebook chat, especially where all of our fans are listening to tonight.
Yeah, a lot of drivers throughout the field here from Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina. A couple of drivers, Scott Patton from Merrimack, New Hampshire. Lots of experience throughout the field here. Just as we're getting ready to, the lights are still on in the pace cars. We can do ourselves a little bit of research. Let's take a look at the 05 car of James Lehman here. Of course, that's the one driver I don't have notes on. How about that?
Well, he's doing a fab job right now as he is at the start here in row number 2. They have him on the timing sheet as number 1, but they're going to shift him around here. Scott Patton is our current leader. See with the 16. I think that's a wave around right now. He'll be the lucky dog on this caution on lap number 59 as we see the 16 past the pace car, and he should get the wave here, should he not?
Yep, once we get to the line, the lights go off in the pace car. He's going to drive on around Ken Richardson in that 16 car. Going to be back on the lead lap. That's going to give us 33 drivers on the lead lap of the 41 starters here tonight. Looks like we've got 33 on the lead lap, 37 still in the race, and a couple of drivers no longer in the field. Joe Marks, Kerry Cleaver, Ted Quinzel, and Bill Paradise in the 556 car no longer running here tonight. And there goes the 16. Going to go all the way around and get himself back on the lead lap, and pulled up the notes on the leader, Scott Patton from Merrimack, New Hampshire. He's driving the Stone River Outfitters Northeast Motorsports Museum number 46, and he's an air traffic controller in real life. He's a 2018 Multi-League Cup Series champion. And his real racing experience, he drove a dune buggy once.
Did you say he's from Merrimack?
Merrimack.
Merrimack. Oh, there's a song. There's a song named Merrimack. It's a really good song. Just check it.
I'll have to add it to my Spotify playlist.
It's a Newfoundland song. You'll love it. Mary Mac. It's about a lady named Mary Mac.
I never would have guessed.
No shit. There we go. We're going to get this set with 40 to go here. 60 laps completed. Scott Patton, your leader in the 46. He'll have James Lehman. Now, these guys get to choose which side they want to attack from, and it looks like Scott Patton is choosing the top side. So that's kind of cool in this league. They're allowing the leader to select which side they want to jump from. But Scott Patton will get the hammer here now on the restart. He's going to start from the top. He's got James Lehman to the bottom. Kyle Chadwick is on the inside in the 88. Keith Haney, who's had a fab job here, he'll be in that 4th position. And keep an eye on Charles Whitner in the 95, as we are now going to go green, as that pace car should exit here shortly and not make me a liar.
No, I made a liar out of it. We're going to do one more caution lap here. The lights came back on the pace car. The race officials extending the caution here, getting everything sorted out towards the back, which is good. In many cases, as we kind of sift through the field here, just taking a look at some of the paint schemes, usually we like to kind of go through the field under green, but the action's been so intense up front, we haven't really had the opportunity to. So at least here we can take a look at some of these gorgeous paint schemes throughout the field. And, man, I'm impressed, Mike. This is a great league, great racing throughout the entire evening so far, working lap number 61. 6/10 of the way over, or 3/5, if my math does me correctly, and that's easy to do because we're counting by tens there.
So that Mary Mac's first verse is there's a neat little lass, and her name is Mary Mac. That's the beginning of that song. And make no mistake, she's a girl I'm going to track.
You can see Jeff Merck back in the 26th position. Not quite sure what happened there. Might have been a little bit of damage on that 60 machine. A 43-second pit stop this last time by. So he's going to restart in the 26th spot. But back up front, there's the green flag. Green. Scott Patton gets the jump. James Lehman down on the bottom side in the old 5 car. Not quite enough to get there, so it's going to go single file for the front 2 side by side for P3.
Obviously, Patton wanted to start from the top. He's seen a benefit there, as we've seen 60 laps now so far here. Kansas on the big tri-oval, 1.5 miles, 17-degree banks if you're just tuning in. So kind of liking the line from the top here as he controls it. But look at this, man. James Lehman and Keith Haney coming hard charging right now. And look, Scott Patton decides to drop all the way to the bottom to the apron, looking for a little extra speed. And he does pick up about a 10th there. But these guys are hard charging right now, and have a peek at the 88. Kyle Chadwick in that Michael Jordan car, really cranking it up here with 63 gone. If I could do my math right, that's 37 to go.
Great racing all the way throughout the field. Looks like single file for the front 10, 12 cars or so. Just kidding. There they go, fanning out on that front stretch, using every little last bit of that apron, trying to take advantage. And, man, just look at them fan out here, especially back in the mid-pack. And got to give another shout out here to some of our fans over Jay Smoke in the YouTube. Ken Canoli drives the 088 car. There's a cannoli in the field, Mikey.
Making me hungry. A little Italian action out there as Canoli gets it going here tonight. But we got a couple of drivers on pit road. Doug Heveron and Kerry Cleaver have checked in, but they're down a couple of laps here. So not their night here tonight, Thursday night on Verdane TV. Is 35 to go here. Man, there is battles all over this Kansas City 1.5-mile tri-oval.
Ooh, a little bit of contact. Hang on to her.
That's going to be wild. Oh, it's not going to hang on to it. She's gone by. She's gone.
Caution flag comes out. 60 car involved. And that's a tough break for Jeff Merck. Led a couple of laps earlier on here this evening, but going to give us an opportunity to check out the Kong Beer Bong instant replay and give us an opportunity to check out the YouTube. Some folks checking in here. Stacy Reinhart chiming in from sunny, warm Florida, and Jay Smoke from Topeka, Kansas. Gene Eldred over there from Philly. You ever been to Philly? You ever had a legitimate Philly cheesesteak? Or no, a cheesesteak from Philly, I guess is how they word it down there.
Are you talking to me? Hell, I've never been to Philly. That's one spot I've never been. You know, I've been all over U.S., Canada, Europe, and Middle East, and all over the place. But nope, no Philly. But as we take a peek here, man, lots of calamity and lots of love being taken there on the backstretch.
Yeah, a little bit of contact goes a long ways here. Robert Madison at 29 getting the worst of it, getting shot down to that inside safer barrier down in the backstretch. And here you can see just really nowhere to go. The roof flaps come up, slows the car down a little bit, but that's still a big hit on that safer barrier. And you can see a lot of drivers back behind him trying to kind of fan out and avoid the calamity there. But under caution once again here on lap 67. and we're gonna have to go to Philly. We're gonna have to get us some cheesesteaks.
I'm all in. Let's get it going. But we got to get rid of this COVID, so you let me in your country. So, maybe get you guys to come up here, check out the wild territory that we live in, and check out Eastbound International Speedway. We got the season coming up in just 4 weeks away. Paul, racing is back in action.
Yeah, really excited to see that racing all around the United States, Canada, pretty much all around the world. It's great because it's everything's opening back up. Sort of, there's still some rules and some regulations we got to abide by here in Connecticut, doing a limited capacity at Stafford Speedway this past weekend, and the track doing a fantastic job with the Arute family at the helm there and making sure everybody's nice and safe. And they actually got the streaming deal. Flow Racing TV picked up the streaming deal for Stafford Speedway, so you can check that out weekly. And it's a great way to check out our friends at Rent a Race Car. And I've had a couple of people message me already. You've said Rent a Race Car. What the heck is that? Well, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a group that rents out street stocks at Stafford Speedway. $650 for the night. You get your suit, your gloves, all that stuff. We bring it right to the track. We put it in the car for you. You hop in and you let her rip. It's not a school. It's not anything like that. You actually get in there. You do the practice, the heat races, and the feature race of the event. And we try to get a GoPro in each of the cars every single week, but it's pretty cool, especially with the Flow Racing deal now. You can jump on their website, get the pay-per-view, and get the whole replay of the race. And I've done it 3 times myself. I even got a top 10 once.
Did you wreck?
I did not. I haven't wrecked yet.
You wreck it, you pay for it.
Yes, well, you got to pay $500. Well, everybody else, the customers, have to pay the $500 crash deposit. I usually get taken out bat and beaten if I wreck the car, but great to have those guys, good friends here at Verdane TV. We actually are going to be on the quarter panel of the number 6 car in the Rent a Race Car stable as soon as we can get that car put back together, and very happy to have Rent a Race Car on board.
We're talking about racetracks actually opening up in the next couple of weeks. A little bit spoiled, the race season really started out in February with the speed weeks at New Smyrna and Daytona 500. Must be nice to have a 10-month race season. A lot of these tracks down south do shut down for a couple months for Christmas and January as they prepare for new seasons, but must be nice to have a 10-month race season.
Absolutely, and man, it's been a crazy year, 2020. Not exactly what everybody was looking for here with the COVID pandemic. Very glad to have iRacing step up with the simulator and kind of birthed out Verdane TV. We were looking for a way to kind of entertain the masses. We wanted to get racing out to the people, and well, the people have spoken. The pandemic, we don't really know if it's over or if it's close to over, but we're still around. Everything's starting to slowly open back up, and we are still here entertaining the masses. And we're going to keep doing so as long as we've got viewers and as long as we've got people entertained. Anytime we got a race that's out there and it's got to get to the people, we're going to do our best to do that, just that.
Well, Paul, you're famous all over North America now, all throughout the Maritimes, Newfoundland, over on the West Coast, Fort McMurray, Alberta, and I'm sure right across the United States. So Verdane TV has done a fab job this past season during the pandemic, and we're excited to have this brand new league as we get set to go green. But it's James Lehman now has the hammer, and he gets it going from the top side. He's got Keith Hanley to the bottom all the way down to the apron. Trying to pick up a little bit of extra real estate here, but look at that for P3. Side by side is going to Brian Abbott, and as well as Eric Talent going at it. That's one car we talked about it earlier. He was about P6, P5. Eric Talent, the man on the move right now, moving up to that P3 position.
There you can see Brian Abbott in the 82 car running in the 4th position, and right behind him, Scott Pattern back into the top 5. He's got a little bit of a mess behind him. Whoa, contact!
Oh! Caution!
Caution flag is out. We're going to see if we can pull that back up. Timing and scoring, you can see I believe it was a 33 car that originally got out of shape there. You can see he's got it pointed now in the right direction. So good news there for Vern Mergheim. But we're going to back this up on the Kong Beer Bong instant replay, take a peek and see what happened here. And it looks like a little bit of contact.
Contact.
Hard racing between the 33, the 95, and the 117, and we'll give it to you live on your screen as they get down. There's a little bit of smoke. It's the Miller Genuine Draft car up on the high side there, and there's the contact. 117 just kind of giving a little bit of a nudge to the 33. Goes down, cuts the grass, comes back up, rejoins the field without hitting anything, so that's definitely good news there. We'll see if we can pull up the 117 or check out the Miller Genuine Draft car. See if we can take a peek. That was a 57 car, so we're going to back up and see what happened to him because he was kind of stuck in that wall glue up there, and that was a tough break because he was running up towards the front, and there you can see him running with the 00, the 46, and the 88, and he gets up into the wall glue as he goes up. A little bit of contact, light hit there, a little bit of a tap from the 00 car, and gets kind of stuck, and he jams on the brakes to try and get the thing straightened out, and just doesn't hit anything. So that's definitely some heads-up driving there for the Miller Genuine Draft car of Jeff Gilmore. But caution flag comes out, and looks like a couple of pit stops. Nothing too crazy, but back under caution once again.
Well, we've seen a few cautions here tonight and pit road activity. Some of these guys were down 5, 6, 7 times here tonight for fuel and tires. I know Kent Connolly in the 088 has been down 7 times here tonight. George Jones in the 28. I like that name, George Jones, baby. He's been down 10 times here tonight.
Pit crew's definitely earning their monies here tonight. There you can see George Jones in the number 28 car. I don't think it's that George Jones, but George Jones running.
He could have came back from for another kick of the cat.
Yeah, you never know. But racing,
we loves me some George Jones up here in Newfoundland.
Oh, absolutely. Known worldwide for some good tunes, and I'm still astounded here, Mike. We got 33 cars on the lead lap. Last one being Jeff Merck, man, having a rough go of it here in the second half of this race. You can see a lot of damage, some battle wounds on that number 60 machine after leading some laps earlier on here tonight, but. Lots of drivers still in this, anybody's ball game. But Scott Patton, the car to beat in that 46 car up front.
Favorite George Jones song?
Mary Mac. That was George Jones, wasn't it?
How about The Race Is On?
That's a good song.
All right, there you go. The race is on. Will George Jones make it happen 10 times on pit road tonight? He is currently in the 28th position.
I'd sing to you, but I really don't want to get any kind of copyright infringements here on the YouTube or the Facebook.
It's not copyright when you karaoke it and butcher it.
I guess there's that. Still not singing for you.
Give me some Merle Haggard.
Oh, I ain't singing for you. We haven't had enough wobbly pops in us yet.
Well, maybe we can get a sponsor from Guinness or something for this league and really crank this up on Thursday nights.
Oh, absolutely. Any beer or breweries out there, local breweries, IPAs, light beer, whatever you got. We like cold beer here at Vidane TV. Scott Patton. Scott, if you don't, you gotta concentrate on. Well, I guess he's concentrating. He's leading the race. He's over on YouTube. He says White Lightning. It's a good tune there.
White Lightning. There you go. Well, they're listening.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's get that tip jar in there. Every time I butcher a name, I want $5.
For $6, we'll learn the right name.
$5 goes to the bar. Anyways, man, you'd be cool if we did this live inside a bar. You go to a bar, I go to a bar, and we actually do it virtual with a Zoom. That'd be kind of cool.
That would be pretty neat. Absolutely.
With like fans in the background, man. Crank it up, cheering on Scott Patton. He's on the bottom, but he's got Kyle Chadwick to the top. So Scott has chosen the bottom on this one. We were talking about earlier on, the leader does have the choice of lane. So Scott is really mixing it up here tonight. He has now gone to the bottom. Earlier on, we've seen him to the top. We'll see if he tucks to the bottom of the apron as the lights are now out on the official iRacing pace car as he exits to the left. We are ready to go. Set, green, 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 hold. Scott Patton.
There you go.
And the 46. Hurry hard.
Master of the restarts is the 46. He hasn't done the same thing twice. He's held him up. He's gone quick. He's gone high. He's gone low. But each time he's got about 8 car lengths ahead of Bob Eldred in the 31. new second place driver. There you see the 88, Kyle Chadwick holding on to third. Vern Markheim, Vern Markheim's going the wrong way. He's dropping down. He's
caution.
Sideways. Gets it stopped, doesn't hit. Oh! Almost
Slide
hit
job.
somebody. Not quite the right kind of slide job, but going to bring out another Kong Beer Bong instant replay, and we're going to back this up one more time. Having a little bit of fun on the YouTube chat with a lot of these drivers.
He lost his hood.
He did. He lost his hood. He went upside down. A little bit of contact between, looks like the 95 gave him a little bit of a boop ski, but I'm going to view the replay here. We'll give it to you live as we do, and side by side, 33, 88, 33 holds, kind of drifts up a little bit. 95 just barely gets into that quarter panel. Oh, that's a violent flip. Sticks the landing, loses the hood. We're not even sure where it went, but gets that thing stopped, and he's going to have to come down pit road. That's going to be a lot of duct tape to cover up that hole in the front of the car.
Almost close to that Joey Logano wreck there at Talladega. That got so close to being really bad there the weekend. I don't know if you were watching, but on Sunday, what a wild ride Joey Logano went in the 22.
What's crazy to me is he did the same thing in the iRacing Pro Invitational race a few nights before. Brad Keselowski won that, and Joey Logano went flying. So crazy to see just how similar iRacing is to real life.
Well, Bubba Wallace was so close when they showed the footage of Bubba Wallace's 23 and how close he was to hitting the 22 in midair. Almost would have been like Daytona, which we've seen a really bad wreck with Ryan Newman, right? So,
yeah, 100%.
So close, but the Talladega doesn't disappoint, man. Those boys really know how to get it down at Daga.
Great racing here tonight, though. Kansas Motor Speedway, or Kansas International Speedway, here in Kansas City. And taking a look at the top 10, Scott Patton doing a great job, doing a little double duty action tonight, entertaining the crowd down in the YouTube chat. So if you're tuning in on Facebook and YouTube and you want to talk some smack with some of the drivers, come on over to the YouTube channel, give us a like and a subscribe and a quick share. Let your friends know that you're watching some iRacing here on Verdane TV. Bob Eldred in the 31 car running second. Kyle Chadwick, Michael Milford Jr., and Brad Ream. Haven't talked about him all night long in the 61 car. He's in the 5th position. Behind him, the 21 of Kim Quick, sponsor of the series, in the 21 car. He's running in the 6th spot. Jack Watts in the 077 running 7th. John Pansula running 8th. Daniel Ferguson and Lance Armentrout Jr. in the 8th car. I think I was actually pretty close on that one. That last name on the Tesla SpaceX. Trying to shoot that car to the moon, but he's running in the top 10. James Haney, Christopher Davis, Keith Haney, Eric Talent, James Hearns, Brian Abbott, James Lehman, Mike Herder, James 00 Brown, and David Schreck rounding out the top 20. And just great action here. Still 37 cars on the track. Taking a peek, looks like 34 cars on the lead lap. Phenomenal racing here throughout. Lots of entertainment. And Greg Wellen checking in on the YouTube chat. I haven't heard from him in like 10 years. Actually made my custom, I think I was running an AMP energy drink, Xlanders Designs number 94 Silverado, and Greg Wellen actually made me a custom die cast of it years and years and years and years ago. Still got it, still in the collection. It's actually in storage, but pretty cool to see sim racing names from the past bounce back in on the new league here, Multi-League Racing Group here on Verdane TV, making their debut, and what a debut it's been. Very entertaining, very, very fun race here tonight, Mike.
And everybody's sober.
Well,
well, Scott Patton's sober here tonight because he's doing a fab job on the front row. He has chosen the bottom once again now. We've seen him now go to the bottom here twice. Obviously, Scott is finding a little bit of extra grip to the bottom here as he's really switching things up here tonight. But he's going to have Bob Eldred on the top. That's the 31. Keep an eye on that 88 of Kyle Chadwick and the Michael Jordan 88 machine and inside of row number 2 and see what he has for us. We're going to get set to go to green here. It will be about 20 to go here, Paul. I think next Thursday we should invite that Randy the Plumber guy onto the show. That will really make a hoot.
We'll have to get the beep beep button ready to go.
Well, here we go. Maybe we can get Randy in on a phone call here. Get this green flag going here as we get set to go. It's going to be Scott Patton getting stuff ready to go here as the lights are out. Here we go.
Race cars on pit road, baby. Do number one for the happen, man. Bucket it. Let's go racing, boys.
We got to get that guy. That guy has got to get on the show.
I got to tell you, I want whatever kind of coffee that guy drinks.
Red Bull, whatever.
Yeah, he makes his coffee with Red Bull.
Scott Patton doing a wonderful job with the restart. The 46 obviously knows what he's doing here on these back. But look at this hard charge into the bottom. That is Michael Milfelt Jr. We haven't seen him all night in the 123. Joins the charge here. But look at this, the 88 Kyle Chadwick to the bottom here. Now going to be our new leader as he picks up some momentum here. We got a four-way dance for the lead here. Too wide in row number 1 and 2, but look at that, the 88, your new leader, that's Kyle Chadwick. Man, this is awesome.
Making it happen on the bottom side, but look at the run the 46 is getting of Scott Patton. He's getting right up to the back bumper. Gonna shoot on down low and do the exact same move. See if he can get that slide job right up in front of him. Crossover, 81 gonna shoot on down low, crossing the stripe. Give it to the 46. But we still got 19 laps to go here, Mikey. The 88 back to the front. He's got the run on the bottom side. Here comes Scott Patton. He's going to tuck in, get a little bit of a draft, and coming out of turn number 2.
Here comes back to back. They are going at it, the 46 and 88. Kyle Chadwick. This is just wild watching the domino effect back and forth between these two guys. Really showing some respect here and allowing, but man, when he was carrying up and drifted in front of that 88, I thought they were going to wreck. But here we go on board. It is the 88 Kyle Chadwick. Man, oh man, this is just crazy here tonight.
Man, I'm going to need a cigarette after this race. Holy smokes, the 88 and the 46 putting on a show up front. Scott Patton holding on to the lead right now. Chadwick right behind him, trying to get a run. He's made it happen to the bottom side a couple of times, but really wants to make that run stick, so he's going to back up, do his homework. You're going to see where he's stronger than the 46, where he's weaker, and try and adjust his driving style. These guys running fixed setups here. Everybody's got the same setup in the car, and learning earlier on tonight in the pre-race chat with some of these drivers, they run fixed setups all week long, all 7 nights of the week, so it's all driver here in the multi-league racing group, and there you can see just kind of backing up and trying to see where that car is going to work better. But now he's got a mirror full of the 123, that Jegs car, Michael Milford Jr., trying to get up in that second spot.
Well, if Larry Mack was here in the booth here tonight, he would tell us that we're probably going to see another couple of cautions here before we get this going. With 15 to go here, history will tell the tale here in Kansas. I don't think we're going to be done with the cautions here yet.
No, we got 15 laps to go, and I'm not even going to try and talk about any trends because this is the first time we've seen these guys here on Verdane TV. Definitely will not be the last. Very excited to have these guys come up for Thursday's the top four single file, but look at all these cars going for that fifth position. Man, oh man.
They're just wadded up there in the midfield as they really get going here. Just not really giving up a lot of real estate here as they go side by side. Taking a peek at the 25 to 21. That is Kim Quick in the P8 position as really setting the tone here for that P5. Man, the 77, Jack Watts in P6 there now. Really getting it going back there behind the P6 and back.
Yeah, the second half of the top 10, Mike, doing a great job putting on a show here for us and really showing that there's a lot of different driving styles, lines, and ways you can get to the front. We made mention already, everybody running the same setup throughout the league. So you can see 2, 3, 4 different racing lines. A couple of guys trying to go for the same racing line there in the center between the 25 and the 21, but they get sorted out working a lap number 87 here at Kansas.
You know, these guys go to about 174 miles an hour prize, and we're not seeing a lot of guys working together right now and here with the draft. You get a little bit extra speed here if you work together here at Kansas. because the top four are starting to run away here. Scott Patton, Kyle Chadwick, and Mike Milfield Jr., Bob Eldred kind of checking out right now. About a full second now in the difference between the two packs. So these guys, Jack Watts and Brad Ream and Kim Quick and Keith Haney and Daniel Ferguson, kind of got to start joining and coming together here and trying to work with each other to try to catch those leaders.
James Lehman in the 05 thinks it's time to go, and it is. Working almost 10 laps to go. Trying to make that thing work on the extreme outside line. Holy smokes. And just as I say that, jumps on down low below the 25 car. He's going to get around David Ferguson for position and keep moving on up. Now he's right on the back bumper of the 87 of Keith Haney. That 05 car is like a rocket. Might want to put that SpaceX logo on the front of that car.
Lehman doing a fab job. We've seen him up to the front most of the race. Might have been something on pit road earlier on that caused him to come up through the back of the field here, but he's a man on a mission as he crosses. Now, get out of the way. Here comes Lehman.
Status quo up front, still Scott Patton up front. He's got about a 0.6 of a second lead over that 123 Jegs machine of Michael Milfitt Jr. Kyle Chadwick still third. Fourth goes to 31 of Bob Eldred and Jack Watts in the 077. The battle is back here in the second half of the top 10. And man, oh man, look at that 05 car go. He's going to get down low of the 25 car, hold him off as he attacks on the outside. The 87 car, he's going to go down low of the 21. They're side by side in front of the 05.
Really working those four good years. Lehman putting that car through crucifix there as he tries to get it up here, as he gets up on the 21 of Kim Quick. And still lots of time here as they come around here. 8 to go here as they cross the start-finish line, coming out of turn 4 and into the front stretch here. The Tri-Oval here, Kansas City. You're tuning in. It's the big Kansas City 100. Is the unveiling of Verdane TV, and these guys, man, 43 cars starting here tonight. Paul, what an awesome field of drivers we got.
Tim Horton's car found himself a new hood in the 38 car. He has worked himself double worked himself up into the top 10, running ninth as he gets around the Aflac 25 and Kim Quick there in the 21. And he's going to keep on marching up towards the front.
Get some, son.
Picking them up and putting them back down.
Well, nothing has really gone out of haywire here. No tangly situations here as they do keep it going here. We've seen this at the beginning of this 100-lap battle. They were very respectful to each other, and we're seeing a lot of cars starting to spread out now. So I was calling for possibly a caution here in the final stretch here, but this could go the distance here, Paul.
100%. We're seeing the top 5 or so drivers kind of spread out up front. Scott Patton still holding on to the lead, and Milford Jr. in second, Chadwick third, Eldred fourth, and Watts in the 5th position. There you see him on the screen in the 077. We get to 6th place, Keith Haney in the 87, kind of by himself. And there's James Lehman, worked himself up to 7th and kind of stalled it out just a little bit, almost gets contact from the car right behind him. That's Brad Ream in the 61 car. Haven't mentioned his name too many times. Kisses the wall just a little bit. Doesn't seem like he slows down. He's still trying to track down that 05 and get that position back.
Well, that little contact with Lehman is going to set him off just a little bit, about 0.2 of a second off the pace from the rest of the field as they get it going here. But the time, the ticker is ticking down. 5 to go here. Lehman doesn't have a lot of time here. Scott Patton still continues to control this with 0.6 of a second lead over Michael Milfitt Jr. Give it up for the 123. Came from way back in the pack. Managed to pick up a couple of positions there in the front as the battle with the 88 is now over, as Michael Milfitt is now setting his target on Scott Patton. And looking at the time, both of them laying down pretty much the same lap times. Will he be able to get there? We'll find out in just the next 4 laps.
Both drivers running a 31.56 as they cross the stripe last time by, and this time by 4 laps to go. Great racing here, a 31.6 for both drivers again this time. So these both drivers, 46 and the 123, Patton and Milfitt, running the same, almost identical lap times, and just no pressure from the back, but a battle for third. The 88 dipping on down low. Chadwick holding on to the 3rd position. Eldred wants a piece of it on the high side. Going to have a little bit of a run, it looks like, coming out of turn number 4, but we'll see if he can get there. He gets right up to the back bumper, crosses over all the way down to the apron.
I don't know what happened with the 88.
Caution!
Oh, there it is. Larry Mack is right. Caution is out. We're going to have a little overtime, brother.
2 attempts at a green-white checkered, and there you can see a bunch of cars getting smoked up. The 8 car, the 60, the 117 coming on down pit road, so it gives us an opportunity here to pull up the Kong Beer Bong instant replay, and man, there was some contact here for sure. We're going to give it to you live as we do here on Verdane TV. Focus in on that 60 car. He gets the brunt of it. There's the 41. He gets a little bit squirrely down low. It looks like he collects it. And we're going to have to take another peek at that because the 088's involved. The 47's there. 60 gets a piece. There's the 28 coming on through. The 117, the 8 car, gets a shot in the rear. Black smoke coming out of the back of that machine, so that's no good there. We'll back it up one more time and take a quick peek to see what happened to the 41 car of Wesley Holland. And looks like he just kind of came out of the corner just a little bit, gets stuck in that wall glue up high. And that'll happen with worn tires. You see him touches the wall just a little bit. Almost has it corrected, gets back up, taps the wall again, and unfortunately gets a shot from a couple of drivers. Nowhere really to go in that outside line, and he gets pointed in the wrong direction, but grabs a gear, gets rolling again. Minor damage to the 41 car. Well, major damage in the back end now that we see it from that camera angle. So at this point, I don't think anybody's coming down pit road. We're going to be getting a green-white checkered attempt for the very first time here with the Multi-League Racing Group on Verdane TV.
Do you want to hear something funny? I just Googled Larry Mack caution, Kansas City, to see if I can get a quick video. And you know what came up?
Verdane TV.
Verdane TV. This race came up in the Google search. So there you go. Man, Google's listening.
That's it. You can thank Verdane Marketing Solutions. If you want to pop up #1 on Google, shoot us an email or a message. Verdane Marketing Solutions, LLC.
Getting it done here, bro. It's going to be a green-white checkered. Scott Patton. Can he hang on to this one? This is going to be a little bit of a wild shootout here. Michael Milfield really had to work his way up to that front row. And now he's going to have that opportunity. The first time here tonight, that Jags 123 will have the opportunity on a restart. It'll be interesting to see where the 46 goes. Will he go to the top this time? Will he go back to the bottom? We've seen the last 2 restarts for the 46 at the bottom. About 3 restarts before he was at the top. It looked like he had a better run on the top, but we'll see what happens here as we get set to go, as they get everybody set to go. Lots of still activity on pit road. Kyle Chadwick, Bob Eldred on pit road. Russell Arnold, James Hearns, Jeff Gilmore, Dode Hoskins. We haven't talked about him. He's on pit road. Andrew Schulte, Jeff Merck, Wesley Holland, and Calvin Miller checking in with their crew. As we get set for a final 2 laps. Like you said, we got 2 shots at this one. That is the rules of this league. They got 2 shots, and if not, it's going to be the finishing order of where we are.
And great racing all night long here for the debut of the Multi-League Racing Group. And be sure to check these guys out on Facebook. You're going to be able to catch them here every Thursday night live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And got to give a shout-out to everybody tuning in on Facebook and on YouTube. All the comments throughout the night. A lot of the drivers that are in the field here tonight tuning in on the YouTube and chatting with us here under caution. Patton showing how good he is as a driver. He's even shot us a couple of texts while he was green flag racing, still holding on to that league. And got to give a shout-out to Mitchell Goss, your buddy from up there on the Rock. Trying to get me to come up there, watching both on YouTube and on Facebook. So
that's my groupie.
I've been trying to give Mitchell a shout out here for about 40 laps, but the action's been so intense here, haven't had a second to breathe.
Oh man, Mitchell Goss has never missed a race. We run the Advanced Auto Parts Series up here in the Rock, and man, big shout out to you for all the help that you do for the track, and looking forward, hopefully, possibly, he may be on pit road this year. So we'll find out to see in the next couple of weeks if that happens. But lots of people getting involved with racing now, Paul. Lots of bandolier action at our track. A lot of young guns coming up at as young as 8 years old. 3 new girls just rejoined this year in 2021. So a lot of girls following Haley Deegan and the rest of the girls, Decker and all those girls out there and making it happen in the sport.
Yeah, that's definitely a great thing to see, and it's great to see a lot of the iRacing groups here getting a little bit of a mix-up here. We got a couple of Fatheads fans turning in the Fatheads Cup Series with us on Wednesday evening, sponsored by Fatheads Eyewear, which you got to check them out, fatheads.com. That's Fatheads with a Z. Use that promo code SHOWTIME. Get yourself 40% off. I wore mine to the track this past weekend. Awesome pair of sunglasses. Got to give a shout out to Preston Perrier, one of the drivers, the driver of the 13 Geico Star Machine in that series, and Frank Stamper, a Sean Stamper fan, tuning in on YouTube as well, checking out some of the Cup racing action we've got. So
you need to shut up. Let's
go. We're going green, white checker. Here we go.
Shut up, Paul. We're going green. Pace cars now exit. It's going to be Scott Patton get it going. He does go to the bottom, and look at that step out. That's James Lehman stepping off the bottom here, as they're going to have only 2 laps to get it done here, Paul. This is going to be wild.
Scott Patton pulls away with the lead, and they're about 27 wide for second place. Holy moly, the action is picking up, and it's been hot all night long. That Jag's 123. He's got a solid second place so far, 87 and 077, side by side for third as we come into turns 3 and 4.
White Rag is going to be coming out just in a moment as they come. Man, they are all the way almost lawn mowing the grass here. This is going to be wild. White Silk is in the eye in sky, but look at this. Michael Milford Jr., the Jags, going to give it a huge run. Did he save it to the end here? This is going to be wild as Scott Patton tries to hold it on, and he's still sticking to the top. We got a couple more quarters here, but look at this. Lehman comes out of nowhere. That's the 05. Oh, baby. This could be exciting finish here as Scott Patton tries to hold it off here as they come around the corner. And that is going to conclude it. Scott Patton holding on, brother. What a race, dude. For the first Thursday night for these guys, man. 43 cars here at Kansas, Paul. This is exciting stuff.
I ate a cigarette.
I just had 6.
Great racing all night long here for the multi-league racing group. Scott Patton coming home with the very first win here on Verdane TV. Michael Milford Jr. finishing second. James Lehman all the way back up to the podium finish in P3. There you see Keith Haney, the 87 car, going to round out the top 4. Christopher Davis, Jack Watts, Charles Widener, Eric Talent, Brad Ream, and Daniel Ferguson rounding out the top 10 as the 46 car burning them down after a hard-fought victory.
You got to give it up for Scott Patton, but you got to give props to James Lehman, man. About 5 or 6 laps ago, he was way back in the field and just picked up so many positions, but to fall on that podium in P3, dude, props to James Lehman in that 05. But the Jags machine, 123, Michael Milford Jr., did not talk about him pretty much about 4/5 of this race. Came up through, was there, kind of saved everything to the end, and almost had something for Scott Patton there. Man, I really thought he had it there in the final couple corners.
Absolutely fantastic race here. There you can see the second group of 10 finisher. Ken Richardson finishing 11th. Kim Quick, one of the sponsors here for the league, and the 21 car finishes 12th. Brian Abbott, Vern Margheim. It's easy to say if you slow it down and think about it. Vern Margheim finishes 14th. Russell Arnold, Andrew Schulte, John Pansula in the 17th position. James Haney, Gary Woldbolt in the 19th position, and got to forgive us, folks. We're still learning these names. Very night number 1 here with the Multi-League Racing Group. We're working on it. Bob Eldred rounding out the 20th position. Kyle Chadwick, the 88 car, running up front for most of this race. He finishes 21st here tonight. James Hearns in the 78 finishes 22nd. David Schreck in the 9 car finishes 23rd. Kent Connolly, Jeff Gilmore, Wally Terheimer, Dode Hoskins, George Jones, Michael Erder, and Lance Armentrout Jr. in the 30th position. And you can see a couple of these drivers, or most of these drivers, having some troubles. Wesley Holland finishes 31st, multiple laps down. Jeff Merck, Robert Matisse, Calvin Miller, Sean Turner, James 00 Brown, Doug Hevron, Joe Marks, Kerry Cleaver, Bill Paradise, and Ted Quinsell rounding out the 41 car field here tonight. Holy moly, Mikey, what a race.
Yeah, dude, Randy the Plumber would actually be props here tonight, but we got to talk to him, maybe get him on the broadcast. That'd be a lot of fun.
Absolutely, for sure. But
Might get in trouble.
we might get in trouble here, but gonna pull up some of the drivers here, and we're gonna do the thing that we do here. Gonna talk to the winner here over on the other voice chat that we've got here. Gonna pull up the winner here, Scott Patton. Man, strong car in that 46 car. You showed us that you can talk, text and drive, and tune it into some of the fans over on YouTube. How did you do it? Talk to us about your race.
Yeah, put some country music on the radio, and makes it go a little quicker, so it helps a little bit.
That's what it's all about. Heard all sorts of different nicknames in the YouTube chat for you there throughout the evening, but a great run. Talk to us about it.
Yeah, that was up
I
and
can't
down
hear
race.
Paul.
Sometimes they don't always go that pretty, but like tonight, could turn from the beginning. I think Mark and I got together there. I think he just wanted to make it a little bit more challenging for me, so I'll take that challenge. And back to lead we go, and I think he had troubles later on the night. But yeah, I think it was a combination of playing tire strategy right, pitting at the right times, and not pitting at the other times to make sure that we held the track position when it counted at the very end, knowing that there's a huge tire differential, as you probably saw. I think it was over a second difference from old tires to new tires, but I think we saw Chadwick and those guys in the last yellow there go straight to the back, P19, 20 or something like that. It was like, I don't think they're going to make that time up in a green-white checker, so just making smart decisions, keeping the car clean for the most part, and getting a heck of a run. Mike Milfeld up here, Phil, awesome run for him. P2, great run for him, and he made a heck of a run at the very end there. And James always fast up here too.
Making it look easy and still having enough tires on that car to burn them down after the fact. And a beautiful burnout, taking a look at it in slow motion again here on the broadcast, and definitely getting it done here at Kansas. Going to Darlington next week. 2 questions. What have you got for the track, and what have you got for a throwback paint scheme?
The track, man, I guess we got to race the track, right? Like they always say, Darlington too tough to tame. That's the goal there. Put some practice time in this week to make sure we're got our lines down, breaking points and whatnot. Fuel strategy and all that stuff figured out ahead of time so we can be ahead of the game. But yeah, so this Northeast Motorsports Museum, the 46, my original paint scheme, it's blue and white based on me being a Rusty Wallace fan from the 80s growing up. So taking it back to Rusty Wallace, it's a 97 paint scheme, the Miller Lite. You see the white hood with the same kind of dark blue trim and the Miller Lite on there. So it's really cool. Looking forward to that, as well as we got some other really sharp paints that we did up this week for guys throughout the field. So looking forward to seeing all those on the track next week.
Great run here tonight, and you made mention the Northeast Motorsports Museum on the hood of the car. Come up, a couple other logos on the 46. Who gets it done for the 46 crew? Who gets you to and from the virtual racetrack every week?
Northeast Motorsports Museum, if you haven't heard of them, it's Mr. Dick Bergeron's project up here at the, it's right next to New Hampshire Motor Speedway. It's the museum, just preserving racing history in New England was his goal. So he made that dream come to life. Basically, it started when he left broadcasting, right around 2005, 2006, I want to say. He started working on that project, and it finally came to fruition a couple years ago. I do a lot of volunteer photography work for him up there since I live right around the track. So he's a friend of ours. And on the side panel, Stone River Outfitters, New England's premier fly tying shop. Stone River Outfitters, they ship anywhere in the country for all your fly tying fishing needs. It's a store up here in New Hampshire that my buddy owns. So giving him some credit on the quarter panels, and Team Cranky, and of course you guys at Vidane TV. I'm really looking forward to watching this broadcast. Appreciate you guys coming aboard and helping us out here. Looking forward to the rest of the season with you.
Absolutely, an absolute blast to watch you guys race here tonight. You made it look easy, led 56 laps on the way to win here tonight. Congratulations, man.
Appreciate it. Catch you around, Paul.
Slide on over down pit road just a little bit. Talk to the P2 finisher, the 123 Jegs machine, the Camry, driven by Michael Milfeld Jr. And first question, did I say your last name right?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Nailed it first try. Great race here tonight. We saw you kind of sticking around the top 10, top 15 all night long, and really made it happen when it counted the last quarter of the race or so. Talk to us about it. Walk us through it.
I thought I threw the race away when I spun around lap 30. I got loose and I didn't want to collect anybody, so I just turned it to me good. Went a lap down, and then just worked my way back up through the field. That's pretty much it.
Relatively clean race car, the 123 Jegs Camry. Not too many battle wounds or bruises or anything like that. A lot of rubber buildup, it looks like, but that looks like it just might stick out because of the bright yellow car. But Everything looks clean. The spin earlier on didn't affect the car too much, so a great run. And we'll ask you the same question for Scott, or that we asked Scott, rather. Darlington next week. Are we going to see a throwback paint scheme, and what have you got for the racetrack?
Oh yeah, Scott's already done it for me. Gonna run the Kodiak car, Kenny Schrader's old car.
Awesome. And we got jegs on the hood and jegs all the way around the car, and the copyrighted yellow, not copyrighted, but trademarked yellow for the jegs logo there. Who else gets it done for the 123 car?
That's pretty much it. I've had this paint scheme stuck on my car since Bristol. I haven't figured out how to get it off yet.
we'll have to see if we can get that worked out. But man, a great run, a solid finish here, running second. Started up in the 10th position and made it happen when it counted. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
And sliding on pit road down just a little bit further, going to catch up with the 05 machine, the Valvoline car of the Bullet, James Lehman, making it count towards the end of the race, driving all the way up through that top 10 like everybody else was standing still. James, talk to us about that race car.
Man, I'll be honest, it's just luck right there. I was just pushing the car to its limits, honestly, right there. Me and Keith we made a bad call with that lap 70 caution, and we knew we were short on fuel, and going all the way back to 25th and having to race our way back up. Luckily, we got lucky with a couple cautions there, but it was some good racing. Very hard for me to push it through the field right there.
Car looks relatively clean, no dings or dents that we can see from our cameras anyway, but the same thing with the 123, a lot of rubber buildup on the hood of the car. Throughout the race, any kind of strategy? Did you kind of plan on long run, short run, anything like that? I know we can make about 35, 32 laps of fuel or on a fuel tank, but any kind of strategy going in tonight, or just kind of wing it?
I had the strategy of making it a three-stop race, honestly, just because of tires. Tires were a big thing here tonight. Most people were probably going to try to stretch it on 2, but I was going to do the three deal and see how it works out. But that didn't go our way, and just one too many cautions. I was hoping we have a couple good green flag runs there and have the field stretch out, but that didn't go that way tonight.
On to Darlington next week, and throughout the years, we've seen some phenomenal paint schemes with that Valvoline logo. Are we going to see one on the 05 next week for a little throwback?
I'm gonna talk with Scott with Patent Paints and see what we can come up with. Hopefully.
Awesome. And we mentioned it a couple of times here. Valvoline on the hood. Any other friends, family out there watching? Sponsors? Who else makes it happen for the 05 crew?
Thanks for my wife. She's watching right now. She's always been a support. Sometimes, females won't understand the racing, but she understands it, so I appreciate her for that. Thanks to you guys at Bedane TV for coming on board to the broadcast for the rest of our season. Really appreciate that, and everybody at Multi-League that showed up tonight for the race.
Great race here tonight. Solid run. You started on the pole, and you came back with a podium finish. Congratulations, man. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, Paul.
So a great race here tonight, Mikey. Awesome to see these guys debut here with the Multi-League Racing Group, and just a phenomenal race through and through. Lots of action all the way through. This might be one of the ones I have to watch on the big screen myself.
Definitely, for sure. And those phones or computers, get the YouTube link, put it up on the old big screen, man. Put the surround sound on. And really get into this league, because I can tell you, next week in Darlington, it's going to be a wild one. If this is any indicator of what's going on, hopefully, Paul, you invite me back, because I'm already hooked.
Absolutely, and these guys just put on a great show, and they don't do it alone. The RSI Group jumping on as a league sponsor, Computer Networking Consulting, your one-stop shop for networking. Check them out at the rsigroup.net, or give Kim Quick a call, 561-252-6126, and also by the PRS Solutions Incorporated. Fully insured, quick and easy removal of VCT, laminate, wood, tile, glue down carpet, and more. Give those guys a shout, 813-732-6828.
When you say 6, it sounds like sex.
I'm just excited. Kong Beer Bong. Be the life of the party and make the good times better with a Kong Beer Bong. And Lots of alcohol flowing here tonight. Verdane TV always reminds you to drink responsibly. But when you do it, you got to have a lot of fun. And check out the Kong.toodrunk.net. Pick up one of those and be the life of the party. Patented Paints, check them out. We talked to the winner, Scott Patton. Great. Now the name makes sense. I like that. Check them out on Facebook, facebook.com/patentedpaints, or shoot them an email, patentedpaints@gmail.com. Verdane Marketing Solutions, LLC. You make the cargo, websites, hats, t-shirts, and other merchandise. You leave that to us. Check us out at verdane.net. And as always, Verdane TV. So, Mikey, that's going to wrap it up here. Thursday night racing, little debut. What'd you think?
I'm ready for another one. Let's go.
I need a cigarette and a cold beer before we go to another one, but it's a great race so far.
That was like, yeah! I
One
loved it. A little bit of Bush. We'll go down nice tonight.
100%. But that's going to wrap it up here for us tonight. Verdane TV. I'm Showtime Paul Strickland Jr. Mike James from Up on the Rock joining me here doing some color commentary here for the Multi-League Racing Group debut at the Kansas City 100. A great race. Looking forward to watching the replay on this one. But we'll catch you guys on the flip side. And when we do, we're going to be doing it live.
Of course we're going to be live.